What
Maybe.
do you remember growing up that's so different from right now?
Oh,
Like that stands out.
lack of interracial dating.
Really?
You want me to be blunt with you? So in
Yeah.
my hometown, we had what was called East End. That's where most of the black people lived. And I grew up with these. There's some friends of mine. I loved going over there, man. I hung out over there quite a bit. But man, when that sun started to set, it was known by people that if you're white, you need to get out of there. I don't agree with that assumption that was made. It was very presumptuous to think that it's the same thing coming over to other parts of the city. When at a certain point when black families began to move into other parts of Silver Springs, there was an old guard in my hometown. For those in Silver Springs listen to this, this is true. So we're pulling back the curtain a little bit into the racialness, the racial divide that existed in my hometown for a long time.
It's left
Remember, the state of Texas, again. Hey, Beto, you're not very bright because you sat there in your little speech, whatever it was, the No King's Day, whatever the hell it was, talking about how we fought to end slavery. We upheld slavery in this state. The state of Texas was a part of the South. We were the last state to emancipate the slaves.
Wow.
That's why we have Juneteenth. You know that, right?
Mm-mm.
The Juneteenth holiday in the state of Texas was the emancipation of slaves in Galveston, Texas.
Wow.
Because Texas was the last state to hold out. Because after the Civil War, let's just remind people. Brief little Texas history lesson here. Let's just remind people that when the Civil War was over, the United States asked us to rejoin.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
We were fine
Yep.
on our own. They asked
still
us
would
to
be.
rejoin.
So,
But we were the last state. But like in my hometown growing up, you didn't see interracial dating. That was
crazy.
It was not acceptable.
that really
Blacks had their church, whites had their church.
that surprised.
You said blacks had their church and whites had their
Yeah.
church?
Mm-hmm.
So
What?
Yeah.
There were what I would consider to be predominantly Southern Gospel Baptist churches that were.
So what did
probably
they think?
black.
There was a
I mean,
white
it's
Jesus
still
and a
kinda
black
that way
Jesus
a
or
little
something?
bit, but you're
Jesus
still
was
welcome to come
dark-skinned.
in. There's still churches that are
Yeah,
segregated
still-
that
still-
way, but you're still a white person can walk into a black church right now and you might get
You're
looked
gonna
at,
get
but you're
looks.
going to be welcome and loved. Back
There's-
then
I don't
it
believe
would-
that.
Back then
See-
it'd be different.
See,
Back and forth.
it's crazy how they divide us.